Hey guys, happy weekend. Clay Westfall here, your Hill Country fishing guide slash recently newfound success in construction. Anyways, I'm glad to be back. It's been a while since I've put out a video. Last video I did was more on wellness and living healthy and doing good things. It's not all about fishing for me. In the past, it's been very one-sided, I'll admit, which is what's contributed to me doing well in fishing. But at the same time, I think I have a little more balance now, and I'm also kind of on a new career path. So I'm still doing fishing. I'm still, I have my hand in coaching, and I'm doing some coaching with a local kid, high school kid, and so I'm exploring that. It's been a lot of fun. So I just kind of want to touch on what's gone on the last couple weeks since my last video. So kind of what it's been is I had a practice with once again my high school kid. His name's Tanner. We practice on Lake LBJ in Marble Falls, and it was a super productive practice. Went out there, threw a lot of like craw type style baits, um, just fished a lot of different areas, a lot of deep docks, and we're focused on rocky areas, just trying to mimic a crawfish because this time of year, across the board, as far as largemouth bass, at least in the south, particularly in terms of temperature, is what I'm getting at as far as across the board. But they're always feeding on crawfish this time of year because they're trying to uh, situate themselves favorably for their eggs and developing their eggs before they lay them on bed and the fry hatch. So it's super critical. The micronutrients that are found in crawfish uh, that they're utilized by bass during this time of the year. So anyhow, we fished this LBJ in Marble Falls, fished a lot of deep docks, rocks, did really well. Um, Tanner had about a 4 pounder, conservatively good 4 pound fish. He had another one swirl and miss it. That was probably in the same caliber class. He caught one about a half hour after that. That was a six, all of a six that he lost to the boat. Um, and had a few missed opportunities throughout the day. But I think we put ourselves in the right situation and gave ourselves the best chance to really succeed as far as our practice. Um, the key as far as the depth of the docks was fishing from about 10 foot to 20. And so that was really a good area. As far as there was creek channel swings where the deep side of the creek channel, um, like what you would call the cut bank, that was that deeper water. The water was low, so that was pretty good for the water being low. We found some good docks that still had water on them. What do I want to say about it? We fished a lot of finesse style techniques, and so one of the things that I've done over the years that's super deadly is I'll throw like a really short mini Carolina rig. So I'll do like a 2 foot leader with an 1/8 ounce bullet sinker, and I will pitch it with like a small profile. In this instance, this was a craw, but I'll pitch like it's a finesse Carolina rig, and so normally the purpose of the Carolina rig is that you pitch it out there and it's gliding back and it gets to the bottom, the weight's in the bottom and the bait's up here. And so as you pull the weight, the bait follows, and it's like a delay in the follow, and it's suspended up off the bottom. And so this is a great technique, like in summertime, um, really, anytime the fish are suspended or when they're acting finicky, it's really good. But what I've learned over the years is I created my own technique, which I know other people use. I'm not sure if they use it quite like myself, but it's something I do a lot. And I pitch a lightweight mini Carolina rig. So essentially, like even in docks, anywhere where I can get that Carolina rig with the sidearm cast or anything, I'll do like I said, a foot and a half, 2 foot leader, 1/8 ounce weight, and that would be for like a 15 pound test. That's a good estimate. Um, throw it out there, and the whole thing is I'm not worried about what it's doing on the bottom. I'm pitching it out there, and I'm kind of have a semi-slack line, and so I'm letting it fall on a semi-slack line, and I'm stripping my line out, and all it's doing is it's gliding. It's just gliding, 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 gliding all the way down, and the fish has to look at it that whole time. So it's not about the action on the bottom, once again, it's the glide. So the fish were suspended and it was high pressure, the sun was bright, and I knew that with the cold water, the fish were going like this. They were going up towards the surface to take on the heat since they're cold-blooded. And so that was a killer technique for me. I got a lot of bites doing that. And it's something I've done over the years that I sometimes forget about, or maybe I don't do the best at utilizing that tool. But that's just like kind of a couple different things we did. We threw a jig in the morning whenever the sun was low. It was low light, and the warmest water was still towards the bottom. Like I said, as that sun came out, the fish kind of elevated in the water column, and so the bottom was no longer a good zone to have your bait in. So we put the jig up, picked up like, lightweight baits, and try to focus on the fall rate. So that was great. That was last weekend. This weekend was a special weekend. It's now March the 1st, Sunday. And so, how did I start my weekend? So, Friday, I stayed at my in law's house. It was really awesome. We had a great dinner. And we went to Fuego, which is an awesome taco place in San Marcos. Awesome. So we went there, let's see, had a great night's rest, woke up around 8 a.m., had a cup of coffee plain, which was so key because I don't want to get too heavy on my coffee in the morning with a whole bunch of sweetener and additives and everything. So I did a light coffee. I did plain eggs scrambled, no salt or pepper, none of that, with some fresh mango. Super healthy, had some good water in the morning. um, so yeah, that's how I started the day out. So I went to, let's see, I went to the gym and I did a phenomenal routine Saturday morning. I started out and I did like 30 to 45 minutes of stretching. And that may seem like a lot, but it was super, super good. And it just centers you, it gives you balance. It's just like the ultimate reset. And so I do that 30, 45 minutes, close my eyes. I have some relaxing music on. I was listening to this, like cello, just phenomenal. So I did that. Then I started working out and I hit some back. I did some shoulders. I kind of mixed it up a little bit. I do sometimes I'll do box jumps with a heavy medicine ball. I do a lot of functional movements, and I try to do things that are very natural for like the way humans move, like our anatomy. And so I have like a background in biology. I'm pretty good with anatomy. I've taken two different anatomy courses, human anatomy, comparative coordinate anatomy. So I kind of understand how things move rotationally and like posturally and how our body how we manipulate our body in order to carry force, like to exert force and carry a load. So I kind of know a little bit about it. Um, and I know some physiology stuff, but anyways, um, I did a lot of functional movements. Then I went and did about half an hour of sauna. Unbelievable, the sauna. I just lay down in the sauna. It's like a good cleanse that I do. I try to do it once or twice a week. So I did that. Then I went to a place and got a hydro massage. So I laid down in this chamber and it's like there's water jets that are inside of this like waterbed type material, and you lay down in this thing and it's covered and it just like kind of glides over you and it shoots this high pressure water. So I did that. It's supposed to be like it's supposed to help, kind of detox. It's not like a super high pressure massage like you would have for like a deep tissue, or even like it's kind of lighter. It's about like a Swedish, really. But I did that. That was super good. I just ate healthy this weekend. Uh, Heck, I just got back from the gym. Today's Sunday. I just got back from the gym. I did a really, really good exercise. I did some kettlebell swings. I did some dips focused on my triceps only. So not full extension, but just kind of like partial extension. Really focus on form. I did some biceps, of course. I did some, what else did I do? I did something else that was really good. Um, it'll come to me. But nonetheless, I did that. And, you know, everything just seems to be pretty good. Trying to eat super healthy during the week. I eat like, I'll call this little Thai restaurant and I'll have them do like plain white rice, steamed white rice with like grilled vegetables. So I do that probably 3 or 4 times a week. When I don't do that, I go to McDonald's and I get a like a Southwest salad, and I only put about it's a chicken Southwest chicken salad, grilled chicken. I do about like a third of the amount of dressing on there. I don't put too much of that. I do that with a bunch of like mixed nuts, like banana, oranges, like stuff that's just super, super good for you. And then I'll do like a water. Once in a while, I'll do muscle milk, but I've read some things online that say that that's not super healthy for you, so I stay away from it if I can. I'm about to do a smoothie right now. Let's see, my smoothie's gonna be I have a vegan protein that I do. I do peanut butter, coconut oil sometimes. So the vegan protein. Oh, I have a vegetable blend that I do that I picked up at Walmart. It's like just a superfood blend of vegetables. So like tomatoes, cherries, like I know that's a fruit, but just celery, all these vegetables they put in here, and it's like just powder. So I do that in addition to the vegan protein. I do frozen fruit in there. I do a plain Greek yogurt. I do like an almond milk, unsweet. I can't say how critical this stuff is. All these lifestyle habits that I've kind of taken on lately have vaulted me to the next level. I'm working a pretty good job right now. I started off at like 70K, and which was pretty good. I felt good about myself. After like just over 2 months, I got bumped up to 75K, and a lot of it was because of my productivity. And I'm getting to work at like 6:15. I'm one of the first project managers in this building. Um, they usually get there around 7, so I'm there at 6:15. I send out emails, and I force the person who I'm sending the email to be more reactive. So I'm not reactive when I come into work because I'm setting the tone. They're the ones who have to catch up by the time they get in. So I do that. I have a pretty realistic lunch, like 30 minutes. I mean, it's decent. And I get out like around 5:15. So I'm working from like 6:15 to like 5:15 every day. I drive an hour plus. And it's just a super, like, it's just awesome, man. It's awesome. But those habits are what make for greatness. And man, I feel so fortunate to see it and to understand like what the difference is now from when I was younger. Um, Man, I just am so excited for this year, and I hope that I don't give up. There's been times where I've gone like this, throughout my life, but I've always kind of, if you take the mean value, it's always been trending upwards. And so I've gotten better over time, but I want to try to like continue that quick growth and, peak out this year and really hit a high mark. And just say, hey man, I hit it hard this year. 2020, it was phenomenal. But you know what? I'm just going to continue to do it. I think that fitness helps a lot. It helps your appearance, which in turn helps your job because people see you as someone that they want to have around them. You just look healthy people, in my opinion, healthy looking people, they command a they command attention, number one, which commands focus on the things that you have to say. And maybe they'll take the extra time to listen to your ideas, like if your appearance is good. So I focus on my appearance. I also focus on being articulate in the way I talk, and proposing good ideas for work. Like I just try to be that that wow candidate, that wow employee. Like, gosh, like how does he sustain this? That's what I try to do, and I try to raise the bar every day. So that's kind of quite a bit that I have to say, but I think all of it's good information, and I'm just going to keep putting out videos and hoping someone connects with the good things that I have to put out there. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care.